Okay, welcome back. Gasman Chronicles. Race recap video number 3. Not so good. It's gonna suck. Um, so, if you watched last week's video, you'll know that I did really well. I was really happy. Um, Thought I bent the rear end. Investigated. Didn't bend the rear end. Pretty sure something probably was bent in there somewhere because we found a different issue after going through the entire brake system and couldn't figure it out at first until we put the car on the trailer. And with my supplement left side weight that I bring with me on a daily basis, we notice with my weight in the car there was an issue. Of course, it was Thursday night, late. Got to load the car up, got to get ready, got to go to work in the morning, got to get to the track Friday. So we come up with a plan. Okay, no big deal. We'll get to the track, get right on the car, we'll fix this issue. Shouldn't be a hard fix. We'll be pretty happy. Car was great. I put 3 new tires on. Should be better. So, hey, it is what it is. If it's not last minute, I'm not in it. You know, it's kind of how things fall in my book. Anyways, still on the high horse from the week before. I'm like, this is great. I got top 7. Here we go. Get to the track. No big rush. Like, it seemed like everything was just kind of slowly rolling around. We get there. Everybody's just hanging out. Like, ton of cars because fall final weekend. And I'm like, okay. Get the car unloaded. Get right to work. Okay. We know what we have to do. Let's get to it. Well, it doesn't work out as easy as planned. Of course. Why would it? Not in my chapter, you know. So we take a look. All right, well, we got to do something that I really wasn't on board, happy, comfortable with, but it had to be done to race that night. So we did it. I wasn't really too concerned with it. Otherwise, I wouldn't have done it. That didn't bother me. I had brakes. It maintained pressure. And I had 3 new tires. So, what the hell? I got 2 practices and a qualifying and a feature. If it really was really bad, sit it out. You don't want to. Nobody wants to. Even if you're coming in last. You put the time and effort and money in. You paid to be there. You got the car there. Every time you put the freaking helmet on, you want to go out. You want to race. That's why we're there. If it didn't work, I'd sit it out. So, go out first practice. I'm like, okay, let's figure this out. Cars all over the place. So we messed with the brake bias the night before, trying to figure out maybe it's an issue between the front and the rear. Who knows? So now I'm like, I got no gauges in my car. We have gauges. Haven't had the time to put them in. So not sure where what is. I know I got too much rear brake. My ass sliding around. So I'm like, okay, letting people by. It's practice. I don't care what my lap times are. I gotta get this fixed. I gotta get it dialed in. I start cranking on my bias. Okay, click, okay. 5 clicks at a time. 5 clicks at a time. Not coming in. Oh man, I'm going the wrong way. Start freaking cranking back. Started getting a little better, but you only get 4 or 5 laps. You know, I think I did 4 out of 5 because I was slow. I I didn't want to wreck my crap. I didn't want to wreck anybody else's stuff. I'm using practice for what it is. So I come off the track, like, I'm a freaking idiot. I cranked the wrong way. But it started coming in. So I'm like, all right, well, use the second practice for same thing. Go out, give it a little more, and see how it goes. I go out, give it a little more, and mess with it a little bit. Still a little loose, but it wasn't terrible. Like I said, I'm averaging lap times around 23.5, mid 23s. My fastest lap in practice too was like high 23, like just under 24. But it was practice, and that's, I finally got some heat in the tires. Now I can check stagger. Now I can figure out what I want to do. And so we come in, make some adjustments, check my stagger. I'm like, I can drive the car. It's nothing like what it was last week. Last week, I had a ton of drive off. It was great. It was great. Now I'm like hitting my head up against the truck. Like, okay, what in the world? I fix an issue. I put better tires on. And I'm worse. I'm doing advancements, and I'm backwards. You're kidding me. You're freaking kidding me. So, like, well, heats come out. I'm like, make a little adjustment and see what happens again. Use the heat as another practice. You get the lineup, P2. Well, so much for just going out there and using it as a practice. Now I got freaking guys behind me trying to get the handicap, trying to, you know what? I can hang. I'm not far off of where I was. Car was getting better. Let's go for it. I'm on the outside. Everybody's going to want to go to the inside. So if I got hung up on the outside, I get hung up on the outside. Let them go by. I'm not in any points race, unfortunately. So go out. Sure enough, let's say both lead cars didn't take off at the same time and not quite in the start area. But who cares? I don't care. I'm like, go for it, bud. Your car is probably handling better than mine right now. I'm like, yeah. Here we go. Outside. Turn one. Hope it holds. It holds. It does alright. I mean, I'm not on anybody. I'm not all over the place. I'm not causing an issue. I'm not a menace. Of course, I lose a couple spots. Whatever. And get to my spot. Get going. How I can, I'm going. Okay. Once again, not like what it was last week, but it's getting better. I'm like, all right. Maybe the tires are coming in. Maybe the grip on the track. Who the heck knows? I'm not Andretti. I don't know. I just don't know. I come off. I think I finished P7th. I'm pretty good at the 7th apparently, and still a little loose. So I decide to make a little adjustment. Try to tighten the car up. Been chasing a loose car all day. Everything else is good. Tires are good. Stagger's good. It's just not. I can't get on the throttle like I did the week before. I don't know what it is. You try to better the situation and it reacts backwards. So, lineup for feature, I'm P13. I'm like, hey, number 13, P13. All right. Once again, I look at the lineup. Everybody that's anybody that's going for points. Well, everybody on the track is somebody, but the ones that are really going for it are ahead of me. So I'm like, all right, this is cool. Hopefully they can do their thing. We can do our thing. We can, hang. I don't really have much confidence in getting a top 10 unless, hey, we're going 20 laps. Maybe the car will just keep getting better and better. And if I can maintain, maybe I can make a move or two. Time will tell. We go out and it's the same. It's the kids are, oh, it's mid. It's mid. Bruh. It's almost dog water. It's all mid. So yeah, my car's mid. We're running. Making a couple laps. Still a little loose in the corners. Got a guy who's first time at the track. First time in the car. He's got whatever. I don't know. These are rumors. I personally haven't seen him at our track. I personally don't know who the hell he is. Don't care. Everybody. The more cars, the better. More support. The longer the track's gonna stay there. Great. Even the tower is telling us, hey, we got two races to go. Be smart. There's people out here running for a championship. Everybody else that's not competing in the championship run, be smart. Don't get in the way. Give them room. So here we are. We're running. I'm not. My car's not great, so I'm watching my mirror more than I should. But that's who I am. When I'm not on point, I don't want to be in the way for anybody else. I don't want to be that guy. So I'm running pretty not as hard as I could, but hard and safe at the same time. This guy's on me. I'm like, okay. He shows he wants to go to the outside. He's sticking his nose outside. There you go. I give him room. I don't go up to the wall on the straightaway. Now we're side by side. I think we're a lap, 3/4 of a lap, whatever, side by side. I'm not letting up. I'm still gonna run my speed as much as I can. I didn't touch him. As loose as my car was, still, we're in the corners. I didn't push him up. I didn't touch him. So I'm like, hey, all right. I get in front of him. Okay. Now he's sticking his nose on the inside. Okay, yeah, I give him a little room. Once again, I'm not gonna let up and let somebody buy him, just give him the spot. I'm gonna give him room. If he can make it and get the spot, have it. I'm not gonna block you. But I'm not gonna give it to you. So, if it's one of the leaders or, somebody that's running for points and, the car comes up on you and he's hammering down and way faster, yeah, I'm going to do the same thing. But they're going to make the move and get by me. It's happened. It's all season. It's happened. So here we are. He goes to go under me. I don't know. Didn't make it. Didn't happen. I didn't close any doors on him. I didn't pinch down on him. If he was at my quarter, that spot, in my book is I'm gonna give you a run. So I'm watching both mirrors. He's not there. So I'm like, okay, I gave you the outside. I gave you the inside. Now I'm gonna run my line. Giving up a couple laps of watching where you were going. Now it's on you, bud. We're P14 now. P13, 14. I think I lost one spot to the guy outside of me. So going down backstretch. Start coming into turn 3. Gives me a bump. Okay, I know you're there. I know. I've been trying to let you fucking make a move the last couple laps. I know you're there, bud. Do something. Make the move. Do whatever you gotta do. Do it right. Do it clean. You know. So, he's still behind me. Still behind me on the straightaway. I make my turn into 1. No more bump. No more I'm going to the outside. No more I'm going to the inside. No, I figure I'm going to go right through the middle of your freaking car. I spin. He's underneath me. And I spin. He spins. I don't know. I can't see. I don't know what's going on. I know I got hit by the guy who was behind him. I got hit pretty freaking hard. And then I bounced into him. And we both end up near the wall between 1 and 2. So I'm pissed. Gonna admit it. We all have this same mindset when that helmet comes on. We want to win. We want to do better than the guy in front of you. I want to do it the right way. And if you can't do it the right way, like everyone says, do your homework. You know, learn how to pass, do this, do that. The opportunities were there. It didn't work at the time. Wait for the next freaking opportunity. We're racing for 14th place. We're halfway through a race. Do you really think by wrecking the guy in front of you, you're going to freaking win the race? And if you win the race, it's only, hey, congratulations, you showed up, you won the race. Now everybody else running for points. Whatever, right? But awesome. You know, you came and you won the race. And I'm sorry, bud. And I got mad and, you know, I freaking threw it in reverse. I got a right rear down, so I can't go fast. Things just spinning on a rim. I back into the guy. Not sportsmanlike conduct, I understand. I'm mad. So now I'm done. I snapped the axle, hitting him. My rear end's bent to freaking about touch my rear bumper. I mean, for what? For what? I've raced all season on nothing. I don't come from a rich family. I don't have the money. I'm doing this strictly because I've always wanted to do this. I took the opportunity to do it. And, you know, racing's racing. It's going to happen. It's racing. Yeah, okay, cool, dude. I got wrecked in lap 9. Basically, 7 out of 9 of those laps were 23.5 and change. Pretty, for where we were, that's where we run. You know, so it's not like I was running 26-second laps surrounded by 23-second cars. Now, I'm not trying to make this like shame on you, whatever. You know, this does happen in racing. I mean, you can say it all day long, and it happens. And now I have one race left. I do not have a rear end. So frustrated that I didn't even look at the car today. The car's on the trailer. 18 different ratchet straps holding the freaking rear axle into the housing so the car stays on the trailer. My luck, halfway home, the freaking car will fall off. What? Yeah, come on. So, I don't know what to do. For what my car was, I was doing okay. I was making it work. I was working with the car. You know, all the professionals in the stands are gonna, they tell you, oh, you gotta do your homework. You gotta do, it's so easy. It's this, it's that. Season and a half in Stafford. I've run Waterford, and, I was never really good, but I was consistent. I did my, it was only me when I was in Waterford, so I didn't have anybody to help me work on my car and get it ready, so I had a lot of issues. I built the car myself with no experience, any racing experience at all. I just got the rules, built a car. Now I got a team behind me that know what they're doing. Now I just have to adapt. And things were turning around, and it was fantastic. It feels good. It really does. And for something like this to happen sucks. I mean, I had to clip my car already once this year. That was a big expense that I wasn't ready for. And fortunately, I had the funds to get it done at that time. And then I was just hoping for the best to get through the season. Winter time, you tear your cars down, you do what you got to do, and you make it happen. Now I have faith with the people I know, the people that help me in my racing, my team, everything. I'm sure I can get something together. It might not be what I run, but I'm sure I can get my car on the track, and it hurts, it sucks, it'll happen. We'll be back. I'm gonna try to get some videos of working on the car, because I don't want this channel to just be, here's Matt standing in the freaking stupid lights in his garage and telling us about how life is racing in the back of the pack. I mean, maybe next season it will be upper mid pack besides lower mid pack. That's my plan. So I gotta give a huge shout out, of course, to my wife. And in my interview, they interviewed me, and of course I'm still pretty hot. And I got the guys, they're like, look, we know you're mad. We saw your reactions. Like, we're only gonna have a second here. It's gonna be real quick. Watch your language. Don't talk crap about anybody. This is, just keep it clean. Otherwise, we won't come back to you again. I'm like, great. Well, I guess for the time being, these are the only interviews I'm gonna get. My 5 seconds of fame on the big screen, besides on the tow truck. Okay, great. So he asked me what happened. I kind of tell him. And of course, then brain fog. Well, who do you want to thank? Travis Towing, CSC, everybody. Dude, I'm an idiot. You always think your partner first. My wife does. When you say this wouldn't happen without her, this wouldn't happen without her. Plain and simple. My buddy Kai Jensen, he stepped up huge. He's always getting his elbows in there. He's always there to help. He's always there. He's got a lot of racing experience. He's been on teams. He's driven everything and anything. He's always got ideas. Always got information to bounce off of us. So that's a great help. Jet Motorsports, the best street stock team you could be on. Honestly, they know how to do it. They know how to get up there and win. Their history shows it. This year they're gonna get the championship. Tyler's gonna win. I'm telling you right now. I called it over the winter in the shop. I'm like, you know what? This is your year. This is what's gonna happen. You're gonna do it. Jeremy is always, part of Jet and the G-Man. We all team together. We all get it done. We all make it happen. My sponsors, they help fund this circus ride. Charlie's Towing out of Manchester, CSC Services, Hood and Duck Cleaning. I forgot to mention one of my sponsors I've had, Atlantic Restoration and Remodeling Group, LLC. They came on board just after the beginning of the season. My buddy Chet, CNC Farm, LLC. Sean, Life Care Chiropractic out of Ellington. Kyle with GNR Mobile Truck Repair right here in Stafford. TTM Technologies, also here in Stafford. Murder Cycles, SCRC. I mean, all my buddy, like I said, Jet Motorsports. If you're looking to get into this, come talk to us. We have cars. We'll work out something. We'll get you in it. We'll get you out there. But we'll also make sure you have somebody to bounce information, somebody there in your corner. You're not just going out there blind. You're not just, this helmet will fit. Don't worry about it. Jump in the car. Get going. Get out there. If somebody gets in your way, just push them out of the way. So, it's going to be a rough week. But I have a feeling the car will be back. And I'm going to try to get some video on working on it. Get you some more content. So, definitely this winter, going to have a lot more than just standing here talking, because I got one race to go. And I'm not going to stand here and talk to you because nobody wants to watch videos like that. So I got a couple projects over the winter that I wanted to get into. Got some cameras coming. I'm going to set them up, get them, going to get editing, make this a little better so it's not just crappy hazy lights. So like they say, like, subscribe, tell your friends, share alike, and race often, race clean, be smart. Yes, man. Be fat, be fast.